Hi, Rob McConkey here. How do you set up an online business selling swimwear hundreds of kilometres from the beach in the middle of one of the worst droughts in living memory? Julie Brown has done exactly that with her Coola Cozzies brand. In 2015, after years of dreaming, researching and hard work, Coola Cozzies was launched. During the weekends, Julie and her husband Adrian and their young family live on Marchmount, a 20,000 hectare sheep and cattle property 80 kilometres northeast of Longreach. During the week, Julie and the kids live in town, that is, in Longreach, at Coola Cozzies HQ. That's where I caught up with Julie for a cuppa.
It was a crazy idea that first germinated way back in 2004 when my parents retired to the beach. We all have very fair skin and we've all had BCCs removed. And I thought, oh, geez, rashies and board shorts would be the perfect Christmas presents, but I just couldn't find any. So then, I'm a bit slow with processing information. So a couple of years later, when Adrian and I had been having lots of conversations about how to generate some off-farm income, I was sitting on a bike, walking out some cattle, and I thought, oh, geez, maybe that swimwear business could be our off-farm income. When I shared that with Adrian, he just rolled his eyes. Who would be so crazy to, try and start an online swimwear business from outback Queensland? So I buried that. Then it wasn't until 2013 when the drought really started to bite for us. We had little kids just starting school through distance ed. I wanted to be able to generate some sort of off-farm income but still stay at home. The swimwear idea popped up in my mind again and I thought, well, I've got to try something. I'm going to give this a go. So started the research.
And was Adrian welcoming or was he still rolling his eyes?
He was still rolling his eyes. He's a very pragmatic kind of bloke. And look, it's understandable because it was a harebrained concept. And I was actually even embarrassed to talk about it because it was so far out. So I just secretly did my research and took little baby steps to get it off the ground.
And the concept was you wanted to manufacture rashies for adults, often bigger adults, for here in Australia, something that was going to be sort of fashionable to wear on the beach.
That's right, fun to wear but sun-safe at the same time. Just because I simply could not find any, I bought a set for my beautiful mum from the States and it arrived and I didn't even want to give it to her because the quality just was so substandard. And I just thought, look, if I'm having trouble finding rashies and nice matching board shorts, surely other people are as well. And that's the feedback that I did get once we launched the brand from ladies who said, we've been looking for something like this for years.
But the quality, you couldn't find a manufacturer in Australia. Clearly you didn't like the product coming from America. You went to Alibaba.
I did, yes, and that's a whole experience in itself. It's this massive international market, essentially. So you type in your search words, which for me was swimwear, and it brought up thousands of pages of these potential swimwear manufacturers. So then it's just the time that it takes to really sift through that and find a couple of genuine options. And I was very lucky. I did find a manufacturer who's been so good to me from day one.
Do you think it was luck that you found a good manufacturer?
Well, see, I believe in a big God, so I think I had divine intervention. But I did take a long time. It took me probably 2 years to find a manufacturer, and all the while I was researching and trying to establish other parts of the business, like the logo and all that sort of stuff, how to do the marketing. So I guess if anyone was thinking of starting a business and importing product, give yourself time, do lots of research.
And from 2013 to the point where you actually sold your first Coola Cozzies, how long was it?
Well, I started in mid-2013 and then I launched the Facebook page on the 1st of December, the first day of summer 2015. And then we actually launched the website just before Christmas in December 2015.
and selling Coola Cozzies to Australia, to the world?
We have had a few international orders, yes, we have. They've gone to the US, the UK, a lot to New Zealand, the Maldives, Hong Kong, I even had one from the Ukraine. That was so random. So it is incredible how people find you. But it's all the internet. That's the beauty of it.
What were the biggest challenges?
Overcoming your own fear that it really wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
I guess just keeping going on those days when you had a setback and you think, what the freaking hell am I doing? Why am I making life even more difficult for myself when outside in the paddock there was enough going on as it was, and you're trying to educate little kids in the classroom. But I just believed that we had a really good product and a good concept, and anything worthwhile takes perseverance.
And how do you sell yourself? How do you sell your product?
Well, it's the internet, and right from the very beginning, we wanted to have a focus that it was just about ordinary people like, me and my family, with all different shapes and sizes. And we used those photographs, put them out on Facebook, and that really resonated with people, that it wasn't just the skinny, perfect model, that this swimwear looked great on anyone, from my gorgeous size 6 sister-in-law to, some of my darling friends who are, size 22, size 24. So,
Has it been important for you and Adrian and the farm to have this business?
It's kind of been my project. Adrian has still been busy with the farm. He has, through the excellent Longreach Council scheme, been doing exclusion fencing on Marchmont even while we've been destocked. So thankfully he's had projects that have kept him busy, and he helps his family on other family properties as well. But for me, this has been my saviour of my sanity, because I really took the drought personally. I am a naive optimist. So in those first couple of years, I just kept saying to Adrian, it's going to rain, don't worry. And, I just kept praying. But then it didn't rain, and I was just questioning, why do we all have to go through this? It just wasn't right. And I took that very personally, and I kind of allowed myself to get into a bit of a hole. Coola Cozzies has helped me come out of that.
Yeah. But you want to get back to the farm. You want to get back to the property.
Since I was a little girl, growing up on our own cattle place, I just love working cattle. I'm fascinated by pastures. It's in my bones. It's in my heart. And even though I have really enjoyed this Coola Cozzies journey, I just feel that constant pull back to what's been in my heart since I was yay high.